a fellowship of filmmakers. I'm not sure why I decided to do this, but I got a little bored. So what I'm doing right now is I'm editing um, one of the autism documentaries, kind of maxed out at 18 minutes, and so I thought what I'm doing as a way to reuse the footage. Um, the problem I have is the video is really too long for social media. I mean, it works. It tells the person's story, and there's not much. There's stuff I could cut out. Probably the other issue, I didn't have a lot of B-roll. I didn't get enough B-roll. I was working with another filmmaker, and they had some time restraints. And then when we got there, the person wasn't ready, and so it was a half an hour getting ready. And so, which is understandable because she's a mom. And then the child was at school, and so he was going to take the day off, but they decided not to because he had some type of thing he had to go to. So let me see if you can see, kind of see full screens. This is not ideal. I'm using my coffee cup as my tripod, so that's also not ideal. So, but you can kind of see here. Basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm adding the in and outs, so I can export sections.
Very supportive of them, pat them on the back, pick them up, come on, let's do the next play. And it's awesome to know that, you know.
Two couch cushions. I put.
So she has really good dialogue. The problem is it's long, so she's talking for like 2 minutes. I'm just going to leave it just because of time restraints. I'm going to try to kind of test it out to see whether YouTube. This is sort of an experiment to see what people like. So what I'm doing now, as I said, is I'm finding clips that could almost work on their own.
Blanket in under me.
So like.
Different groups.
So here she's talking about joining different groups and basically the community and how the community supports her. So I'm going to cut that off, and basically, I don't know if I'm going to do these as YouTube videos, but at least I can post them on Facebook. Really my goal is to get some of these to kind of become popular, and then that way I can sort of mention that to the people with rant, which is helpful. Kind of say, hey, we did these 3 documentaries, but then we also did, each of them we did 2 or 3 short versions, as more of a helpful for parents, and also to promote autism awareness and acceptance.
Sometimes
So here
I'm like,
I'm just going to grab it early, because what I might do is
For processes.
let's just do it here and edit this part out.
It's expensive. Therapy is expensive. These adaptive devices, they're expensive. And then you take one parent at least and put them at the house, not even working full time. I mean, it's a hard reality. It's a hard world, and it'd be nice if they had more programs for families that really needed to get their children help to be able to become successful and productive members of society, just like everyone else. So
we'll do it here, even though it goes into the next segment, just because we can edit that out. So go ahead and export this. And really what this is reusing. This is not something you do normally in filmmaking, but something you do in online marketing and whatnot, is reusing content. And so we have all this great content of these interviews. I can reuse them, and I can call this, what do we call this? Parker is the name of the child, short. We can reuse these on YouTube, especially like, you know, in 3 to 6 months or even a year, and then at the end say, you know, see the full video, blah blah blah. Because there's clips too that I get from every parent that I won't necessarily use in all the documentaries, which is advice. So I advice for other parents, and so those are ones that I know are going to become little shorts to promote the bigger, just you know, promote their longer documentary. I know that the second documentary that we're working on is, this one's like 17, and this other one's gonna be like 7 minutes long or somewhere around that. It's hard to tell sometimes because you'll add probably 30 seconds to a minute, intro, outro, so it could be up to 10 minutes, but it's definitely gonna be a lot shorter, and a little bit more succinct. This one was long just because the mom had so much good info. The problem is like keeping attention. And I really should edit it up more, but I think doing it that way and then doing these shorts, these short versions, will be the best in the long run. And again, it's a test, so you guys say, okay, let's try something longer. There's a chance we could lose attention, but you figure if on YouTube you're fighting for length, so if you can get a 17-minute video, or I don't know how long this is, I can't remember, 17-minute video, you get somebody to watch that whole 17-minute, and then someone else watch only 2 minutes, that averages out to be, actually let's just say 20 and 10, it averages up. If someone watches it for 1 minute, one person watches it for 20 minutes, it averages out to around 10 minutes or something like that. So, and that YouTube will then promote it because they're like, well, you know, it's a lot of watch time these days. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Thanks for stopping in and checking it out. I like doing this as kind of a place for me to hang out and say hi, talk to myself for a few minutes. But those watching live, thank you, and those watching the replay, thank you. How do I stop this now?